So yesterday we started creating scenarios to different files unite and get the count of the file or how to read the raw data as a content. And we I have given a like a kind of exercise to practice the to process files into different. So I'll give that how we are going to implement that scenario. And after that, you can start continue implementing on the same process how you can add multiple files and all. So, so now we are almost close to all file components. So regularly, these are the file components you are going to see in your daily life when you are going into the real-time project. So there you are going to see all these components. Most of them are same. So beyond this, you'll see one or two extra components. Maybe depends on the file type there what they are going to get. So I just want to go in a process how we are going to have design a job. And also when you are starting creating a job, you have to make sure the capturing the logs each and every. Yesterday we talked about logs more, right? So logs will help you to debug if you're any issue in a any environment. So always we have to capture as much as information about job. It's going to be a counter, it's going to be a error message like where is the failure and all. So but why currently we are worrying or we are taking care how to capture the counts and how to capture the what file is created. Those things how we are get from the global variables which are under outline. You can find each component related variables which are available, which are provided in built. So you don't need to write any logics or you don't need to think how to get that counts or details. You just get from the this one. So this is the first first component when I am trying to implement a job. So where I can go and capture the start time of my job. So and this job, right? So if the job name you want to get it, there is a global variable. So when you are seeing a log which job is started, so job is started is a statement is makes sense if you are familiar with the job name. Otherwise, how to capture a job name? Job started. So our class is Talendate is a class which is available in inbuilt. They have provided different functions. Depends on what function, what date related, what kind of thing you want to perform. You can select that related method. So right now I'm just want to capture the get current date. So you are not able to get here. You are not able to find from this list of methods. So later you are on practice you will get to know how to get that. So you can just type get get control space. After that you can find that current date. So you don't need to pass the yesterday we try to pass the pattern, but right now I don't want to pass the pattern. I just want to current the timestamp. So when job started. So talent date dot get current date. So it is going to give the current date of your mission. So what is the current timestamp? That is you are going to capture using this method talent date dot get current date. Okay, I want to get the job name also. So how do you get? You can find here there is a job name is a global variable which is available. So you can just select that. You can write the job name and you can get the job name. It is going to capture the job name. So whatever trn underscore diff files load, right? That job name will be going to be captured here. Okay. After this, I I told you that one component which we have to get the list of files under folder. So under folder, we have a list of files. So once the job is started, I want to get the time. It is going to print it on console and subjob. Okay, that is once the date capture is completed, I want to look for a list of files available under this folder. Which folder we have? We have a which we have created for multiple files in that folder, right? So I'm going to refer that, and I just want to have star dot star. So I don't worry what file it is there and all. I just want to have star dot star. So all the file mask. So it's going to be a CSV or it's going to be a, and I want to get that file names. So I want to get it how many files are there. So how many files are there? How do you get? You can find here, yeah, like a file name and number of files. These things how you will get each and every flow you are going to get. So you want to see what files are there. You can just get that using that variables which are available under that. Here you can see that row with iterate option. There is no main, there is no reject connection, only iterate. So iterate in the sense it's going to iterate because it's a file list. So under the folder, how many files you have, that many times it is going to iterate and get that file name. So you can just want to see how many files are there. You can just get that count of files. Is it the same thing for everyone? Sunny is not able to hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, Krishna.
Okay, thank you. So sometimes it should not work that help, then you have to type. So I want to get the number of files. So what is the variable you are here seeing here? So number of files. You can just drag and drop. You will get that number of files. So how many files are there? Same way you want to see how the files file names, and I want to get the what is the extension of each and every file. All the variables you can find here, and exact path of or absolute path of the file, whatever you want. So directory. So directory you want to name directory name. You can get the directory name. If you are using a new component, you have to see what are all available features with that component. So what global variables they are providing, you can just check using this printing the statements and all. Same I am going to do for to process the file. You want to have the file name to next component, which component you are going to take, that component related. You want that file name. So how you are going to get that file name? So you can see that here, right? Current file and current file name with path. So we want exact file name with path. So the component, what it will go and look for, it will look for that location where the file is there or not. So here you can read that there is a current file with path. So we want with path, right? Full path. We want it go and check that path file is exist or not. So in that case, you have to get the use this. Just you want to print something, you want to write onto log row, just what file you have loaded, then you can go for just a current file name. So this is going to give the just a file name. It's not going to give the complete path. So this is extension. We are seeing, right? Extension. So what is the file extension? After getting this kind of information or a knowledge how to use this, then you can easily implement the process what exactly you are trying to do for a scenario. You should not worry about how to do that and all. Just check the component itself. This is a tool, right? I keep telling you. So tool means most of the options, most of the things will be there within your studio. You no need to worry about how to write a logics and all. That's very rare. 80% of things they'll provide. 20% it depends on our requirement, because they won't think how the requirements for each and every client or a business, right? Just they'll give a common things which can be reusable for each and every project. So now I'm going to copy this. So now you can see, so almost we captured all the variables. One more is file name. So with this we captured all the information which this component is going to provide. And you can see right here, you don't see anything after. This is a iterate. So iterate means each and every flow, right? You see only error message you are going to get after. Remaining all on the fly, like it's going to be a flow. So iterate connection is going to iterate each and every file, right? So that's where you are going to see only flow. It's not after. Only error message if there is a failure. So always, right? After failing only you came to know you failed. So otherwise, before that, nobody expects going to fail the job or whatever. It's, if you are aware something you have provided wrong, then you can expect it is failed. But the logically, it it cannot capture before fail, right? Once it is failed only it will able to capture. That's where you see that after keyword in the braces. And others you can see the flow, so it's on the fly, like each and every iteration it is going to capture the details and all. So we'll see how it is going to print the things, and how many times how many files you have, that many times it's going to get the print of all these variables related information. And error message you will not get because it's after. So job is going to, somewhere I missed the double quote. So now you see, right, whenever you give some wrong, then automatically it is showing that where you have a mistake, the component it is highlighting with the error. So here you can see, right, I have provided extra double quote in the file mask. So outbound folder, what happened? There is no files or what? So here there is no files. So that's why job is completed very quickly. And you see here, right, a job name. So job name is captured. So trn underscore diff files load the job name. So we used a variable, global variable, which is going to get the job name automatically, job name. So when you are logging, so people who don't know, the support team can easily able to find so which job is failed. So if you print that job name, so the job name will capture that which job is running, the job name is captured and it will print that statement. So tr diff files load job started at the particular point of time that is printed. Now we don't have a files here, so it is failed. So I'm going to place the some files here. So I want to place the files. Is this customer file in outbound? Now we'll run again. So how many files we have? One file. So it is going to print that file name and related properties, whatever we have in that component. Again, one more mistake I did. I didn't put the complete file mask. So I just put the star. So it is not able to fetch the file. So file mask is a, again you have to make sure what you are trying to pull from that folder. You have to give the exact file mask. So now you see, right, number of files is one, job name is this, and started, and directory is what directory you have provided. This is the directory, and it is the extension is CSV. And again it's a complete file name with full path we have printed, and file name we just printed as CSV, and error message. So there is no error, so it is it's not able to capture anything, so it is going to throw as a null. So now we are now familiar with what are all the available variables with this thing. So now I don't, printing is not required, so just to, we can just keep it aside this one. So it not going to harm, you can just print, but all these things printing is not going to help. So what you are going to use, that we need. So now again you can see the iterate, right? So from this I want to process the files first CSV. So how you will check that the file for the folder has only CSV or any other file extension? So I'm going to copy one more file, the extension of some other thing. So I'm going to copy this that file, okay, positional file, but I want to get only I want to process only, so two files we have now. So you can run and see two files it's going to print. So now two executions are happened. So you can find that two executions and a dat file and CSV file and related file and all. So now I want to process only where CSV, the file has CSV file is placed in that folder, or I want to read only CSV file. So how you can check that the file? So from this global variables, you see, right? So what are all available, which can identify the file is a CSV file or not. So file extension, so that will give the what is the extension of your file. So you can see that it is giving a CSV or a DAT file. So I want to check that condition. The file extension is a CSV. Then I want to read that file and I want to process to the target. So now if it is a CSV or a delimiter file, so what component we are going to use? T file input delimiter. So already we have like anyway, we'll take a T file input delimiter. Okay, so I want to get the schema. So schema already we have in metadata. So how you are going to check? You'll get from prop repository. There you can find a the metadata of your customer file. So this is going nothing but a address. So I'm going to select this You'll get all the details of this one, and you can find the schema, header, everything. So now you can see edit schema. So ID, name, address, and we have this information. So we can go and check in the file also. It has the same schema or a different. So we have a same. So we are good, and we'll see repeated data. That's fine. So now, so the condition is first a job is started and it is started iterating and it is printing something, but I want only CSV to process in this flow. So how you can process the CSV to flow here? How you will is like you have to check, right? So the condition is I want to check the file has CSV or not. So what we have to do, so there you can find the conditional check. So this one we are introducing today, we are not like discussed about this. There is a run if. So run if is a conditional trigger. So if you pass the condition, so if is the condition satisfies, then it will go to the flow which you are expecting. So I'm going to use the run if condition to check that file is having CSV or what are the files are there. So we don't care about what files are placed in that folder. If the CSV placed in that folder, I want to read that and I want to load into the target. So now I have conditional triggering option. So you can find in a trigger, you can find a run if. So that run if, what it is going to, while it is running, it will check that if the condition whatever you are going to pass here, it is going to satisfy, then it will look for that uh, satisfied condition. If not satisfied, then it will not go into this flow. So now you can see, right, there is a variable which is going to return the CSV. So what we have to check here, the value of extension is equal to, it is a string. So string is going to return a value CSV. So we have already seen that what it is printing, right? So here you can see, right, it is printing extension as CSV, and one more is a dat. So I want to just compare the value what I'm expecting. So I want to compare the value what it is returning. So if that extension is equal to CSV, then I want to check that. So what we have to do, we have to match that value. So just we have to match that value. Dot equals is a method which is going to compare the content of what string. So this is a string. So you can see the string. So string is an extension. It is returning dot CSV. Dot CSV dot equals, what is the condition here? It is going to return like this. The variable is going to return like this, and your condition is equals to. So this is how. So always this should match, right? Because content it will match. C matches, S matches, V matches. So like this string is equivalent to this string. So it satisfy the condition. So now it is going to read the data, and your input is reading data. After that, if you want to transform something, what component we have to use? Tmap. So use the Tmap in between source and target. Always, if you are doing a straight map also, it's the best practice is you have to use the Tmap. So I'm going to call the Tmap here, and I'm going to connect with, I want to pass the data to Tmap. So I'm going to pass the data to Tmap. So I'm connecting to row main, and I want to print the data on log row. So load is happening on console. We are not loading any file or table. We are trying to load the data into the console. Okay. So now I are going to, so now you see, right, there is no data outside. So now you want to map these fields into the right side. What you have to do, you have to click shift and select the first column and second column, and try to drag and drop here. Okay, because we don't have any right side fields. If you have a right side fields, you can click on auto map. If match fields are matches, then it will try to map each and every field. If you don't have anything you want to get from source, then you have to select what fields you want from input, take that fields, and you can drag and drop. Okay, so now this is done, and here just you have to select the table format you want to see in a table manner. Okay, so now I'm going to add one more condition. So this is for if, and one more I want to do for t file excel, t file excel input. So this is also I want to check if the XLS is a file extension, then I want to run this job. Otherwise, I don't want to go this flow. So now again, you have to get the metadata. So we already have in our repository. So metadata already generated for this customer information. So I'm selecting this. So all details we get, and I want to get the T map. And again, I want to print this log row. Okay, so I'm going to now here you don't see, right? So if you already have, if the table, if you are connected table, the schema will come automatically in right side also. For example, this is how your schema. So your schema automatically comes like this. Then what you have to do, you just have to, if the field names are same, what you have in a input, if the right side also you have same, this is input and this is output. If your field names are same, you just click auto map, then automatically it will map all the fields. If the field names are different, then you have to drag and drop like appropriate field, what field you want to map for from source to target. Okay, right now we have a same, so I have done. And I what I have to do, I have to check the condition here also. What condition? I have to check the extension. So extension dot equals, so anything, or you just put any condition, 1 equal to 2. So that is not never going to satisfy because we don't have excel file. So you can just put 1 equal to 2. So 1 equal to 2 is going to satisfy. No, right? So this never going to process, this never comes to this flow because your condition saying 1 equal to 2. So 1 equal to 2 never going to match, so the condition is always is a false. So now I'm going to run this and we'll see. So now the expectation is if the file extension matches with what condition we provided, then it should go this process if it is a CSV. If the condition next one is 1 equal to 2, that wantedly we are making this as a false. This is always false because 1 equal to 2 is not going to happen. So here this condition, so we can write any condition which is going to be a variable, like it's going to be a true sometime, it's going to be a false sometime. But if you are giving the fixed like it's a false positive, like it's not, it's always going to be a false only because 1 never goes equals to 2. So this never comes to this flow, just it will look for this condition. And conditions it's going to check every time. So it will come here, it will get a file, it is going to check it is a matches with the CSV, and then it will go here. If not matches, then it will make this as a false condition and it will come here, it will check for 1 equal to 2. So 1 equal to 2 is also never going to satisfy. So both is going to false. Like this n number of flows, but the same job you can create n number of flows to validate the condition. If the condition satisfies, you can process that file and you can write like whatever like a relevant table or relevant file you can generate on this. So the files right now we are having same schema and same files, but generally you will have a different schema, different files data, then you have to write into the different tables. So you can handle like this way, you can find condition and all. And I want to have print the completed job, completed time statistics also. So I'm going to copy this. So I want to, after completing the job, I want to get message job is completed. So you want to print a number of lines read from this whatever file it is going to process. So you can write and you can go to the T file input delimiter. You can capture that number of lines. Okay. Okay, same way, same statement you want to have for second flow also, because we have a Excel flow also. So which is going to, it may check, if may not check, doesn't matter. You want to capture that information also. So you have to check for where is the Excel and related. Okay, so we just captured it and we want to print all the like how many rows it is going to return, that information we want to capture. So now you see, right, where is the starting point of the job. So T Java 1 is a starting point. It will start looking for printing the current date and all, and then it will come here. It will look for this in folder multi-file creation folder, and it will find if any file is found, it will start getting that file. So first file is going to be dat file. It will check that dat file. The extension is a dat is there. So in our job we have a dot extension is checked or not. No, then it is going to be false, and then it is going for come here and it will check here 1 equal to 2. So it is also not going to satisfy, so both are going to fail. So I'm going to remove that csv file to check that how it is going to work, and I'm going to run this. So now you see, right? So both you can see here false, because this is you are looking for dot csv. So csv extension you are seeing. So there is no csv file at placed in this folder. So it is not able to. And this is always we expected, right? This is one never matches with two. So now I'm going to place a csv file. Again, I'm going to run this job. So now you see can write number of records null, number of records null for delimiter. So I didn't change this. Where is the, so why we are not able to get that sign again? If that CSV is not getting into that our path and it is not able to fetch that extension. So what is the issue? We have CSV, so we can check the extension. Go here and why still we are not getting, we are matching with CSV and we have a CSV file here.
Maybe issue with the delimiter.
No, no, at least it should fail, right? Okay, so in this case, how to debug your issue? So if it is a delimiter issue, then it will fail. It will come here and then it will fail, but it is showing false here, right? So the condition is not satisfying here itself. So now to check one more thing, right? So you can comment it. So we have a file name option, right? You can use that file name option. There is the T file list. You can go here and you can get the file name. And I want to match with that. So any condition, but why is the extension is not working? We'll check. First we have to debug what is the issue for that file, why it is not satisfying the condition. So we have this one. I just copy paste whatever it is printed. So I just want to match with this file name. So the condition I changed to match the file name. Let's see, I'm just giving the file mask as CSV alone. So now it is getting, so file mask has some problem. Because of that, we are not able to get the files. So this has some problem. Actually, star should look for any file extension. Maybe I'm not sure why this is not able to fetch. me open. So I'm reverting this again back to extension because it's not the issue. Condition is working fine. The issue with file mask is not working from t file list folder component. So I'm going to recheck again. Okay, I'll check this why it is not giving all the files. So just for now to understand, even you can practice, maybe you can get it. Star dash star is a expression to get any file extension. So use the same and try. For now, I'm just move on. I'll check and let you know what is the like causing issue to not able to get the file. So now I just given the star dot CSV. So it is able to fetch that file and it makes two. And we if you provide a dot xl, so it will look for only excel files. So here you can pass that file mask as excel. So even if the star dot star is not working, you have alternate, you can see that, right? File marks, n number of file marks you can append. So now you don't find xls, so you'll see. So we don't have a file in that, so it is getting a null pointer exception. So now you want to add multiple file extensions, you can just add here n number of you can add. If you are not familiar, you don't want to add a star dot star, you can add here star dot txt, star dot dat. So whatever file extensions you are expecting from that folder you want to process, you can keep that individually. So if because the star dot star is not working, so I'm just giving the n number of extensions. So you can add n number of extension of your files and you can check the process. So it will look, so individually you are passing the file marks, so it should look for each and every file. So now you see, right, again it is not able to do that. So but the expectation, the component behavior you can pass a number of. So if I remove this, again it will start working. So this is something issue with my talent or some component, but that's the setting of that component is expecting. So if you put any extension, it has to pick and it look for that extension. Okay. So I'll check and let you know why it is not working for if I pass any other extensions or if I pass star dot star. Even you can try if it works in your mission. Well, otherwise we'll see. See, again, it is not able to pick if you pass multiple also. So this option you'll have if you want to go individually each and every subdirectory in that folder. If the multi-file creation has any directory, it will look for it. So I'm going to one step back. So I'll remove that directory I'll put the just outbound. So we'll see it will go inside. So now it is able to fetch that file. See how many files are there in outbound. So that many files information it is able to. So how many CSV files we have in outbound? So I want to add one more positional file. So we'll see positional file how it is going to work. So now again same. So file positional file you want to get it. You can get from metadata. You can call that positional file here, and you can add a same design. So this is how you have to create a utility of your job which can be implemented for any process. Okay, so what we have to connect, we have to give the condition check for this also. So if the file is a dat extension, I want to get the data. So file extension. So I want to map this, get this. And I am going to change here file mask to dat. So if it find any dat file, then it is going to get that file and it will process the third flow. Third flow is which we are trying to, but that's now you see right, that file is done. I'm going to copy to make sure it is picked that file. So I'll copy this folder. This one. I'm commenting all these statements right now to see proper output. So just you can star, you can put that backward slash and star, then it will comment everything. Can run this. Now you see right. So it is picked the dat file and it is printed the data. So you and selected the. So now you see right, other two are false because we are strictly given the file mask as dat. So it is look for only dat extension of file mask and it is trying to get that file. So last try I will give. We are not getting CSV because still we have a star, but it is not able to pick that CSV file, only that file. It is the first one. It is picking that one. I'm deleting this. How come this is working? Oh. So in this, right, so now you are able to understand. So star dot star is working. This one, it is iterating for printing the file. So star dot star is working. So whenever I am going to delete this dat file, then it will look for CSV. So we have a file, the whoever going to place the file, they have placed a CSV file. The expectation, it should check for that. We have a flow to match with extension CSV. So if matches, then it will pick. And again, if I'm going to place, uh, I'll delete this CSV file. I'll place the dat file. I'll place the dat file in this location. It is able to pick. Now you see, right, because it will look for this extension, there is no CSV. So star dot star is working. So earlier what is happening, if they didn't find the first file, whatever is, because it's a conditional, right, it is not able to find the file which is extension what we are expecting, then it is failed immediately. It is not looking for other. So now whenever you place the file with any extension, whatever you have implemented in flow, so based on your requirement, you are going to add a .csv or a dat file, or you are going to check .excel. So here we can put, now we can change the condition to Excel. So I want to change it to XLX. So I want to check for Excel also. So the thing is, whenever you are placing file, that file has the extension which matches with our condition. So the condition need to satisfy uh, with the extension. The condition satisfies, then it will try to load that file. So now you can again Excel here, and I'm going to delete that CSV. I'm going to delete that CSV. I'm going to copy the Excel file. Where is our Excel? Being this. So now you see, right? So it is able to get the Excel data also. So like this, you can automate or dynamic your process to get whenever file is placed that particular. So whenever the file is placed in that project, you can find that related flow should be triggered automatically based on condition. But here it is a one time. So if the condition is satisfied, then job is going to terminated. So you want to iterate, you have to design such a way. Okay, so you have a iterate option. So you can use the iterate, and you have to put how you are going to do that. You can extend on this, like you can think how you can make automate for each and every process, and you can have a listener. So how to make a listener, I'll give the component name also. You can make this as a continuous waiting for a file, so it will wait for a file. So it can wait for a file. So whenever your file is placed, then job is going to automatically pick that file, and it will pass to t file list component, and then it will start respective condition, whatever condition you have going to set up in your job. Based on that condition, it start looking for that condition, which one's going to satisfy, that is going to be loaded. Like that you can design. So t wait for file, you can name itself, you can able to understand, right? It is wait for a file. So somebody is going to place the file in a particular folder, it will wait for it. If the file is placed, then the job, whatever you are connected, the connections are established, you can able to pass that one. Okay, so just try this component again, and if you face any issues, we'll see tomorrow. And coming back to here, so we are good with flows. So different flows we can create in the job to fetch the file, and you can start the loading. So this is working fine. Now I want to do some transformations. So coming back to tmap, as I told today, I'll discuss about left side, right? So now we are back to tmap, and you can find this left side the field names and right side the field names. So now we are familiar with the options of auto map, minimize, up arrow, down arrow. So changing the orders, and remove the output table you can use, and add one more and all. So now, so name is like here you can see, right? So data, if you see the data, the names are like a camel case or uppercase, whatever. So I want to make all this name should be in a capital. All I want to capital letters and a data. So how you can do the transformation? So now you have mapped the source to target. So but the transformation, what is the transformation I am expecting? I want to make name as a capital letters. So what is the function? What is the method? How you are going to do that? So if you open this, this is called the expression editor. So source side whatever data is there, I want to make that as a capital. So name, it is going to be, they have already entered a capital, fine. If they are not entered a capital, I want to make that two letters, all letters should be in a capital. So here you can see, right, this is a expression builder. So you can write your logics and transformations over here. So here you can see categories and related methods. So these are all existing functions under Talend. So these people have provided. So what are all string related operations, what are all Talend data generator, and what are all Talend date related and Talend string related, like this numerical. So you want to generate a sequence, you want to remove sequence, you want to create a random number, you can find all the methods over here. So categories is like a category is a particular functionality. So if you create any user defined, it will come under user defined. So expression builder used to generate or a create any expression or a transformation what you want to perform on a particular column. You can use the expression builder. So here I want to perform a uppercase of the data, whatever name is coming, I want to make as a uppercase. So this is a string, so name is a string. So where we have to go, we go to the string handling. So here you can see a number of methods available. So to uppercase, to make a uppercase data, what is the method available? You can go through this, and you can see the help is coming, right? It will explain what to pass and what is it is going to do. That is alpha, what it is going to do, it determines the whether expression is a alphabetic or non-alphabetic. So true or false, it's going to return. Here you can see the method name and what you have to pass, and what is the return type, and under which class it is there. So now I just want uppercase. So uppercase is a upcase, the method they have provided it. Upcase is a method under string handling class. So you have to call this one, means you have to call string handling dot upcase, and you can see the help. They explain that it will convert all the lowercase letters in a expression. So in a expression you have a lowercase letters, then it will make to uppercase. So how to call this one? You just select this, and you can click on this method. It will just copy that method into your expression builder. And what we have to do, we want to make name as a all letters in a uppercase. So just control X and you can pass as a parameter. So it is expecting some string to be passed as a parameter for this method. So upcase is going to apply that conversion. So if it check for any letter is in a lower case, it will start converting into uppercase on name. So name is a field is coming from the input, and I want to write and target as lower uppercase all the letters to be converted as uppercase. So now I am going to click OK and I'm going to run this job. So I want to see on a log row upcase letters. So I don't want to see like this, like Krishna M capital. This is a camel case, right? So I want to see as a all letters should be in a capital for name field. So now why didn't it work? Why it didn't work? Anyone? Because I have applied the transformation on CSV format, but the file is what they have placed is Excel. So Excel file, but logic is not implemented on Excel file. So you want to update that logic in Excel file, the same transformation I want to apply for all the file, all the four flows. So then what you have to do, you have to go to the string handling and you can go to the at the end, you can see the upcase, you can just double click on it, then it will come here and you can pass that as a field name as a parameter to that method. So same thing I want to apply for other flow also. That first transformation what we are doing, we want to make name as should be capital letter. Let's go here and you can copy this. So if any flow run, if the file is placed, if it is a CSV placed, then it will convert that name to be capital. If the Excel file they placed, then Excel data is going to name is going to be transformed into low uppercase. And same way for file positional. So if they place the file positional file, then it will start updating that data. It is going to read from source and it is trying to write the data in uppercase into the target system. Right now our target is to just print on the console. So now you see, right, the Krishna Manohar is capital and Naid is capital, Sai is capital. So this is the small transformation we started. So a number of things you can perform on a T map to make the whatever requirement business is going to give. So now coming back here, right? So here options, so settings. So the settings we'll see when we are doing the exercise. Coming to here, this is a expression builder. So if you want to filter the data, then you can have that condition. So here I want to ID, I want to filter for only where ID is going to match with where ID is going to match with 2. So filtering, so row level filter. So in that file we have a like a 3 records, but I want to get only row 2, like id is a 2, id is a 2, so the 2 related data only I want to get. So row level filter you can apply on the expression builder. You can see that filter condition on row level. So you can see that arrow towards forward target system, you can see that expression filter. So on, and you can add a number of filters on here. So I just added id equal to 2. So if the record matches with the 2, then it is going to get that record only, and 1 and 3 is not going to pick because we have filtered the data. So you want to filter row level data, you have to use this option. So now we'll see how it is going to print the data. See only 2 because we filtered the data. So row level, So on whole data row level you want to apply any filters, then you can go for filter expression. So there you can write your expression. So condition, what is your condition to pick the data? You want to check some boolean data, it is going to return a boolean. So this finally this expression is going to return a boolean, true or false. So if row id equal to 2, it matches, then it is a true. So the only the record is going to printed on our console. If it is not matching, if I give the 5, so it is going to false. So we won't see any data because we don't have a id 5 related any record in our file. We have till 1 2 3. So I removed one more equal. If you put single equal, that is going to be assignment. You have to put double equal, that is going to be condition check. It's a conditional operator. So now we don't get because you don't have a file id. Okay, like that you can expression. And this is a columnar filter. So you just want to search for any column. So if you have a 200 fields, then you can you cannot go like this and you cannot see. So just want to filter what column you are looking for, just type that field name, then it will automatically filter that. This is not going to be like a any functional, it's just a just to filter. So which column I want to apply city as a capital. So I don't know, like if it has a 200 fields or something where city name is there. So I just type the city, then it will return the city. Then I'll go, what I can do, I'll just copy here, then copy from here expression builder. I'll put a condition here, or. So if I put a or condition and the city dot equals to, okay, so now I'm going to filter the filter. So I just applied the city filter. I'm going to minimize this. So two conditions are there. One should be equal to 5, id should be equal to 5, or city equal to Nellore. We have a Nellore name like this or not, we have to check that. Yeah, we are matching. So the expectation Sai record should come our outcome, because our condition, it's look for id 5 or city equal to Nellore. So one record should be our outcome. So Excel file, we have to see Excel file does not have Nellore or not. We check the .csv file. Okay, tough. This is going to take time. We are already running out of time. I'll copy the CSV file from here. Now the flow is going to be CSV. Here we are trying to get. So we want that condition Nellore, the city is equal to, this is another filter, another requirement, filtering requirement on data we are going to apply. So we have to copy this condition and you can paste on this one. And here row 1. So what it is a row 2. So that thing you have to take care when you are copying the expression. So the row 2 is not there, so you have to change that to row 1, then only it will map from source to target. Okay, so now I'm going to run this. So only city matches with Nellore, that records I want to get on the output. So now, so there is no why, yeah. What is the issue?
Maybe it contains space.
Yes.
You have to trim it.
So you have to trim that. There are a more spaces, right? So because of that, it is not able to match with that what we have in a file. So now you get the only Nellore city match record from the source. So this is how you can write a expressions on your filter. You want to row level filter, you can have an option in the same way. You can see left side also. So whatever you see this like output input, you are going to have same. So you want to write expression on source itself, you can write, and you want to fetch for any column. So this is to just to fetch a column. You cannot functionally you cannot do anything, just to fetch. If you have more than 500 columns or 600 columns, you don't know, right? So where the file, you cannot go like this. You just type the first name like something which is a matches field, matches that letter which is going to match with that fields, that columns are going to be filtered. So you can easily drag and drop that field and all where you want to apply the transformation and all. For the column filter is to just to get the exact column name where you are looking for. Okay, and the expression, this is for row level filter. So that the icon itself you can understand, it's a row. So the some row is a passing towards output. On top of it you want to apply some filter. So that icon you can see, right? There is a forward arrow on top of it plus symbol. So that is indicating on a data flow you want to apply some condition, you are adding on top of it row flow, then it will filter the row level. So now the row level we have applied the Nellore city. So three records we have, only one record we got because it matches with that city. So and why we didn't get earlier, because there are data has some spaces. So you want to trim that, and you know, right, we have an option in input component also. You want to trim that data, you can use that option, trim option. We didn't done that earlier. Because of that it is not able to match. Now you can remove that trim method in your expression builder. So you don't need to worry about the trimming. So because you already taking care in input component. So these kind of things when you are doing, so when you are facing issues, you have to debug what is your mistake, what is your missing. So it's not a mistake, it's maybe the possible. So data what it is going to come, sometimes we don't know, but we have to carefully check where is the issue. So now I have taken care the trimming of data in input itself. So I don't need to apply, because applying methods and all logic, it's going to take a time. So you have to, as much as you have to cover your source side. So source side I am able to trim it. So if you apply here, it will look for each and every record and it will apply trimming and all. Okay, so this is how you are going to use the expression filter, which is going to apply on row level, and this is a columnar. So just you want to filter which column. Okay, these are all options, and settings we'll see when you are going to use the scenario next section. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Sorry, already we have taken 10 minutes more maybe. Okay, if you have any questions you can ask, otherwise we'll connect tomorrow.